Over the field, it's Todd Wilkinson, Jimmy Horton, and Danny Johnson as guaranteed starters as we are ready to go to green for the 1999 edition of Mr. Dirt Track USA. Green flag is out, and we are underway. Down the back straightaway for the first time. Couple of cars midway back in the pack coming together. The 55 of Mike Key, the 99 of Dickie Larkin. But they're able to separate, continue on here without a problem. And we complete lap number 1 of Green Flag Racing with Vic Coffey jumping out into the early lead. Coffey in command from his up front starting position. Robbie Pitcher in the number 2 spot. And some of the guaranteed starters, some of the heavyweights in the Dirt Motorsports circuit, in the form of Danny Johnson and Brett Hearn starting from the rear of the field. Jimmy Horton back there as well, start to make their charge towards the front and try to climb through this 39-car starting field here tonight. Out in front, Vic Coffey starting to pull away from Robbie Pitcher. Pitcher having to lift a little bit off of turn number 2, and Timmy Dwyer tries to take advantage. He's right there in the number 3 spot. Chris Kokosa in 4th. Billy Decker steps out of line. He takes it down to the inside of Bobby Barron. Good hard battle right there for position number 5 between Decker and Barron. Down here in the front straightaway up into turn number 1. Billy Decker working the inside lane on Bobby Barron, trying to make that pass down low. Barron not giving up the outside lane, however, but now Decker will get him there in the back straightaway. So give Billy Decker the number 5 running position. That'll put Bobby Barron in the number 6 spot here. As the lead comes around down here in front, it's Vic Coffey, the leader. He's in command and starting to stretch it out a bit further. Robbie Pitcher in that number 2 spot. Timmy Dwyer in 3rd. Now Billy Decker goes after Chris Kokosa in the race for the number 4 spot here. Kokosa has that 4th place position. Decker trying to take it away up into turn number 3. Billy Decker with the bid on the inside lane. Bobby Barron still poised right there, trying to come right with Billy Decker's number 91. Decker with the bid down on the inside of the Funplex Fun Park 00 car of Chris Kokosa. And Decker looking to make that pass. Kokosa battling him right back on the fast lane, the outside, going down the back straightaway. It's Decker and Kokosa. Kokosa and Decker up into turn number 3, and they stay just this way, side to side through the west end. Decker on the inside will now make the pass. He'll clear the 00 of Chris Kokosa, and Billy Decker's your new 4th place runner. So Billy Decker's up to 4th, Chris Kokosa now to 5th, Bobby Barrett in 6th, Steve Botcher in 7th, J.R. Hefner is in 8th, Mike Benson, a good early race run, he's in 9th spot, and Jason Goff completes the top 10. Then it's Donnie Ackner, Mike Rickey, Kenny Tremont is up to 13th running position here from his 20th starting slot. So Tremont quick on the early going here. Then it's Jack Cottrell, Ronnie Blake next in line. Jeff Trombley, John Hewitt, Andy Bacchetti, Dave Camara starting to work his way towards the front. Car slowing in the back straightaway. It is the 00 car of Chris Kokosa. So Kokosa, who had a top 5 run going here in the first 8 laps of this 1999 edition of Mr. Dirt Track USA, now is beset with mechanical problems, it looks like, on the 00 car as he brings it down on the pit lane. So the Funplex Fun Park car of Ludlow, Massachusetts, Chris Kokosa aboard, makes a stop. His crew will go to work to take a look-see down here on pit lane. Meanwhile, we stay Green Flag Racing. Leaders clicking off lap number 9. Now Vic Coffey continues to be in command with the Sweeteners Plus number 32C. Vic Coffey starting up front and now has led every lap here in the early going of this Mr. Dirt Track USA title event. In 2nd spot, things heating up here. Robbie Pitcher has that position. Tim Dwyer has come to the rear side, as does Billy Decker, as 3 cars now group up nose to tail through the east end banking in the race for 2nd place. Robbie Pitcher has that position. Tim Dwyer is there to challenge along with Billy Decker. They race 3rd and 4th, Dwyer and Decker. Back in 5th spot is Bobby Barron, J.R. Hefner in 6th. Meanwhile, Billy Decker makes his bid down to the inside of Timmy Dwyer, makes a blast pass right here in the front straightaway, and just like that, Billy Decker will grab the number 3 running spot away from Timmy Dwyer. Now Dwyer looked to be almost surprised by that move by Billy Decker, and Dwyer now tries to regain, and now he'll step it up to the top side through turns 3 and 4. Billy Decker looks to have the Buck Chaser 901 dialed in here in the early going, as he has quickly closed ground on the leaders. Now there to challenge 2nd place man Robbie Pitcher. Car rolling slowly in the back straightaway. That is the 27 of Danny Johnson, pulling in behind the wall, the retaining wall, the back straightaway. So Danny Johnson having to start this event as a guaranteed starter brings his Sweeteners Plus 27J car in behind the wall, and he may be done for the evening here. So a tough break for Danny Johnson. Had problems out here earlier and tonight, had a guaranteed starting position to get into the main event, and now has pulled it in behind the wall with now 13 laps showing complete in this 1999 edition of Mr. Dirt Track USA. Your leader, Vic Coffey, the other member of the Sweeteners Plus racing team, having all good luck so far here. Drew an up front starting position, has led every lap so far, and we've got a spin up in the west end. Car up against the wall between turns 3 and 4, bringing out the yellow flag here. So caution coming out. The problem up in the west end. This is the first yellow flag. That's why that is the pole position. That is the restarting position you will see most leaders go to for double file restarts. Vic Coffey does indeed do that. Coming down to complete lap number 18. We go back to racing green here, and it's a scramble with Coffey having a problem. Vic. Row number 2, Bobby Varon and Timmy Dwyer. Row number 3 finds J.R. Hefter, now Kenny Tremont. Tremont coming off one win this past Saturday night in our Twin 20s program, finished 5th in the other. Looking for win number 12 here of 1999 with the 115. Here we go now, green coming out. Billy Decker down to the inside of Robbie Pitcher will grab the race lead for the first time off of turn number 2. We've got a new race leader. A problem on the 28 of Don Ackner. He keeps it down to the inside. Rest of the field goes charging by on the outside, and everybody stays okay. Ackner will bring the Chips Automotive Service car number 28 in behind the wall off the back straightaway. Billy Decker, your new race leader. Robbie Pitcher now second. Kenny Tremont has gone to third with the Emmerich Associates 115 car. A problem up in turn number 1. Car turned around up against the wall. Looks like it's the 21J of Jeff Trombley sitting up there. Johnson involved. Another car down to the inner side between the corners there in turns 3 and 4 involved. Also the 5 of Russ Reckner driving away from the scene of the incident, so he'll stay on the lead lap here. And Eddie Marshall also involved down there.
Well, appeared to be the 98 of Eddie Marshall was the first car to go around up here in traffic. And Eddie had a right rear gone down, and now the right rear shreds. And you can see the remnants of Eddie's right rear quarter panel here at the exit of turn 4. Car on pit road now, the Jersey Jet, the Budweiser number. He will go back out to stay on the lead lap. On the racetrack, he is going behind the wall. So the 21 of Ronnie Johnson behind the wall, going straight to the trailer, broken header on that car.
Okay, back to racing green here with now 35 laps complete, and it's Billy Decker and Kenny Tremont to shoot it out up into the east end. Decker, a problem wheel coming off the car up in turn 2. Holy cow, an amazing turn of events here. Wheel off the car, and we'll go to yellow quickly. He now goes to the inside of Kenny Tremont for the restart. Robbie Pitcher there in the number 3 position for this restart with Timmy Dwyer alongside. Mike Benson back there in 5th. So we go to green now. Down through turns 1 and 2, Kenny Tremont goes to work at the head of the field, starts to pull away from Bobby Varon. He quickly opens up ground out in front with the Emmerich Associates S&S Asphalt Paving 115 car. Here's Robbie Pitcher and Timmy Dwyer dueling for the number 3 position. Looks like Dwyer will make that pass, and Timmy Dwyer will take 3rd spot. Pitcher back to 4th now. Mike Rickey is up to 5th. Mike Benson rides in 6th spot. Steve Botcher in 7th. Got a car out of shape up there in turn number 2. That was Guy Sheldon with the Saxon Sign S car. He had a lift in the back straightaway, does get it back up to speed. Now we got a car going slowly down the back straightaway. It is the 73 of Jason Goff slowing in the back stretch as he winds up backpedaling through the field. Meanwhile, leader Kenny Tremont up through turn number 2, starting to put quite a bit of ground between he and second place man Bobby Barron. Barron riding in the number 2 position. Timmy Dwyer there in 3rd spot. Robbie Pitcher in 4th and Mike Rickey in 5th. They are the top 5 running single file fashion through turn number 4. Coming by down here in front, we've got a race for the number 6 spot. Starting to tighten up between Mike Benson, Steve Botcher, J.R. Hefner. And now, also running in the fray would be the 26 of David Camara. Dave Camara, the Camara Slate number 26 car, had it qualified on the conceit tonight, and he is coming up through the field like gangbusters, getting up into the top 10 here. Side-to-side race for 6th spot. Steve Botcher will go down to the inside of Mike Benson. Benson trying to protect that inside lane, and he does so effectively, keeping Stevie Botcher at bay. And in fact, so much so that J.R. Hefner is able to get a run on Botcher. He'll make the pass to the outside for that position. So J.R. Hefner is up to 7th spot now. Steve Botcher riding in the number 8 position. Back in 9th spot, we would find the 26 of Dave Camara and Donnie Corellis, who started at the rear of the field, also now up into the top 10 for the first time with 45 laps complete. Leader up in front is Kenny Tremont. Down here in front, coming by and opened up about a half a straightaway advantage over second place man Bobby Barron. Got a car in off the back straightaway. It's the 99 of Dickie Larkin. Dickie Larkin with the Rathbun's Village riding number 99 in behind the wall as attrition starts to become a factor here somewhat as Dickie Larkin brings the 99 in behind the wall. His racing evening is done. Tremont continues to lead. Bobby Barron in that number 2 spot. Jimmy Dwyer there for 3rd. Rob Pincher, a solid run. He's in the number 4 position with Mike Rickey in 5th spot. Mike Benson in 6th. J.R. Hefner in 7th. Stevie Botcher in 8th. Dave Camara in 9th. And Donnie Corellis in 10th. That's how your top 10 run off of turn number 4, coming by down here in front, up into turn number 1. Just outside the top 10 is Hollywood Guy Sheldon, who's stacked inside S-Car in 11th. Doug Hoffman, the current Advanced Auto Parts point leader on the tour here in 1999. He's got a couple of wins to his credit. He currently sits in spot number 12. Hoffman coming from deep in the field to get up into the top 12. Running 13th on the grid would be the 24 of John Hewitt. John Hewitt currently in the number 13 running position. Back in 14th spot as we run down through the field here is the M1 of Jimmy Horton, who started near the rear of the field. And in 15th place position is the 2J of Jody Turnabine. Jody Turnabine in 15th. In 16th spot would be Rich Rickey Jr. In 17th is Ronnie Blake. In 18th is Alan Johnson. In 19th is Brett Hearn. And Pat Ward would complete the top 20. Kenny Tremont, a half a straightaway advantage over second place man Bobby Barron. And Tremont starting to close in on the tail end of the field. Tremont stretching it out. Now about a 3/4 of a straightaway lead over second place man Bobby Barron. Tim Dwyer with the Gable Motorsports 1-8 car has Bobby Barron's Herald Trucking number 35 inside as they go down the back straightaway. But right now, Bobby Barron comfortably in that number 2 running position over Tim Dwyer's 3rd place run. Race for 4th spot goes side to side up in the west end banking. Rob Pitcher's got that position. Mike Rickey's trying to take it away now. Pitcher aboard the Faxon Excavation, car number 17 out of Chatham, New York. Robbie Pitcher there with a number 4 running spot with 52 laps now showing complete. So we've gone past the halfway point in this 1999 edition of Mr. Dirt Track USA. And Mike Rickey again will turn the Rick up here in turn number 4. Rickey working that inside lane. Robbie Pitcher the outside, and they are side to side in that battle for the number 4 running spot right up into turn number 1. Mike Rickey and Rob Pitcher. Rob Pitcher and Mike Rickey. Who's it going to be off of turn number 2? Down that back straightaway. Pitcher with the advantage will hang on to the number 4 running spot over Mike Rickey, trying to take it away. Rickey again will come at him. Up here in turn number 4, Mike Rickey looking down to the inside, but cannot make it stick down low. So he'll pull it in line here in front, going up into turn number 1. Mike Rickey continues to work on the 17 of Robbie Pitcher. Just a great battle for running position here, number 4. Back in 6th spot continues to be Mike Benson. In 7th, J.R. Hefner. David Camara in 8th. Steve Botcher 9th. Donnie Corella still in the number 10 running position. Out in front, Kenny Tremont now working his way into lap traffic. He's gotten around the 12T of Steve Payne to put the Hurricane down a lap. And now goes after a couple more cars up here in the west end banking. The Mike King Toma Tire 55 car and the 94, the J-Rex Subs entry of Tim McCready in danger of going down a lap to leader Kenny Tremont as Tremont works to the top side off of turn number 2. He puts both Tim McCready and Mike King down a lap here. So Tremont working in the lap traffic. Bobby Barron and Timmy Dwyer will see if they can gain ground as the leader has to negotiate the lap traffic here. They are your second and third place runners. Bobby Barron aboard the Harold Trucking number 35 and Timmy Dwyer aboard the Gable Motorsports 1A car. They ride second and third, and once again that race heating up a bit as Dwyer gets a bit closer to the 35 of Bobby Barron as they go in lap traffic up in the West End banking. Leader Kenny Tremont coming by down here in front. Closing into more lap traffic, we've got a car coming to a standstill right down here in front. It is the 94 of Timmy McCready, the reason for the yellow flag here as he comes to a standstill on the inner apron of turn number of the front straightaway. So that is where Tim McCready comes to a stop with 58 laps now showing complete here. Number 33 out of Eagle Bridge. Mike Benson, a very impressive performance. He looks strong in his qualifying heat event, winning it. And now running in the top 10 here in spot number 6 as we go back to green. "62 laps are complete. Kenny Tremont again going to work up in front. Bobby Barron, Timmy Dwyer, second and third place cars getting around the slower lap traffic. 55 is down a lap, as is the 12 of Steve Payne. Mike Rickey was able to make the pass of the 17, Rob Pitcher, on that restart, and Pitcher may be having a problem as it looks like he is slowed just a tad. Mike Benson is getting around the 17 now. J.R. Hefter, Dave Camara are there to challenge as well. So the 17 of Robbie Pitcher may be starting to fade a little bit. Could be tire wear becoming a factor on the number 17 car as Rob Pitcher may have used up his tires out here in the early going with the wicked pace that he's been setting. Kenny Tremont out in front. And once again starts to stretch it out over second place man, Bobby Barron. Tim Dwyer third, Mike Rickey now fourth, Mike Benson in fifth spot, J.R. Hefter in sixth. In seventh would be the 17 of Rob Pitcher, but now he will feel a challenge here down on the inside by Dave Camara, and Guy Sheldon is right there. Guy Sheldon in the last restart getting up into the top 10, and Sheldon ready to give it a go on the outside lane here as he tries to get something going on the 26 of David Camara. So Guy Sheldon starting to come on strong as they are side to side. Dave Camara down low and Hollywood Guy Sheldon to the high side. Guy Sheldon will make that pass, and we've got one up against the wall off of turn number 4. He's able to continue on after being up in the loose stuff. That is the M1 of Jimmy Horton as he looks to find a spot on the racetrack that he can run quickly, try to get that M1 B&F machine entry up into the top 5 here. Leader coming by down in front, Kenny Tremont clicks off another one. That's lap number 67 into the books here for 1999. It's a Dirt Track USA looking to claim that $17,500 payday once again. The defending champion of this event, Kenny Tremont, and he has been very strong right out in front. Bobby Barron in that number 2 running position here with Tim Dwyer in third. They have basically kind of segregated themselves a little bit. No challenge whatsoever for those running positions 2, 3, and 4. They're about evenly spaced. Bobby Barron, Tim Dwyer, and Mike Rickey in 4th. Mike Benson in 5th. J.R. Hefner in 6th. As those top 6 stringing out a bit. Back in 7th continues to ride the 17 of Rob Pitcher with Guy Sheldon in number 8 running position. Dave Camara in 9th. And Donnie Corellos continues to ride in the number 10 position. Corellos working to the outside of the 55 of Mike King. Just outside the top 10. In 11th would be the 31 of Stevie Botcher. In 12th is John Hewitt. Hewitt riding in the number 12 position. Doug Hoffman in 13th. Rich Rickey Jr. in 14th. Alan Johnson in 15th. There's your top 15 as Kenny Tremont extends his lead to about 3/4 of a straightaway over second place man Bobby Barron. And a couple more laps here with 71 laps now showing complete. Kenny Tremont will start to run down lap traffic here in about the next lap or 2. Bobby Barron and Timmy Dwyer second and third. Mike Rickey in 4th spot. Mike Benson in 5th spot. So the Lebanon Valley regulars really showing their stuff out here tonight. The only invading driver in the top 10 would be Bobby Barron's number 35. And right now, that's good for a second-place performance. Bobby Barron, the top invading star here tonight. Now, a problem on Mike Benson's number 33. We see smoke trailing from the Benson Family Restaurant, car number 33. He was running in spot number 5. And Mike Benson experiencing mechanical problems after such a great run. The Mike Benson motor apparently experiencing mechanical problems as we see smoke trailing from that car, and Mike Benson has brought the 33 in behind the wall, and Mike Benson's racing evening is done here. So that will move J.R. Hefner up into number 5 running position and change the running order behind him. Back in 6th spot now would be Rob Pitcher in 7th. Give 7th to Guy Sheldon. 8th, David Camara. In 9th now is Donnie Corellis. And in 10th would go the 31 of Steve Botcher. Now we have 3 invading drivers in the form of Bobby Barron, Dave Camara, and Steve Botcher, invading stars that are running in the top 10 up against the Valley regulars. But it is Valley regular Kenny Tremont right now in total command of this event with 75 laps showing complete. 75 are in here in this 99-lap affair. Kenny Tremont about to catch the rear of the field one more time in lap traffic. The 32 of Vic Coffey is backed out, dueling with the 47 of Todd Wilkinson. And that's who Kenny Tremont will catch first as he exits turn number 2, heading down that back straightaway. The battle between Vic Coffey and Todd Wilkinson is the first battle that Kenny Tremont will see as he catches the lap traffic up off of turn number 4, coming by down here in front. And once again, we'll see if the traffic will slow down the pace being turned in here by Kenny Tremont tonight and give Bobby Barron or Timmy Dwyer an opportunity to have a shot at the race victory from Kenny Tremont. Directly ahead of Kenny Tremont, the race leader, are the slower cars of Todd Wilkinson and Vic Coffey. Passing flag being displayed for Coffey and Wilkinson. They do move it down to the inside to allow Kenny Tremont racing room up on the top side, and Tremont will take advantage. Will make that pass going down the back straightaway of that lap traffic. So Kenny Tremont, off of turn number 4, coming by this time, clips off lap number 79. So 79 laps are in, 20 laps remaining for Kenny Tremont, 20 laps away from another $17,500 payday. In second position, the race again tightening up between Bobby Barron and Timmy Dwyer. Barron, the invading star from Sharon Springs, New York, and back in 3rd spot, now Timmy Dwyer, the newcomer here at Lebanon Valley in the 1999 season. Timmy Dwyer second in points behind Kenny Tremont. Looking to gain second place here as they start to run in heavy-duty lap traffic now up in the west end. Let's see if that big lead will stay a big lead for Kenny Tremont as he works to the top side, putting the 44 of Ronnie Blake down a lap. He then goes after Steve Payne's number 12, putting him down another lap. We'll then see the 55 of Mike King. All these lap cars, slower cars, keeping it down to the inside on the back straightaway, so it gives the room that Kenny Tremont needs to make the pass up on the high side without too much difficulty. Bobby Barron and Timmy Dwyer second and third. Now trying to battle for that position in the heavy lap traffic right here in the front straightaway up into turn number 1. Back in fourth spot continues to be Mike Rinke, and J.R. Hefner are starting to close in on him as Hefner is inching away at a 4th place finish. J.R. Hefner closing ground lap after lap here on 4th place runner Mike Rinke. So Hefner is in 5th, Robbie Pitcher in 6th spot, Guy Sheldon shows in 7th, Dave Camara in 8th, Donnie Corellis in 9th, and Steve Botcher in 10th as this race starts to stabilize here and starts to move into the final stages. John Hewitt starting to come on as John Hewitt just outside the top 10 with the Reifenberg Midnight Blue Express number 24 car. John Hewitt battling with the 31, the Zeller's Mobile Mini Mart machine of Steve Botcher as Hewitt looks to gain into the top 10 here for the first time. So John Hewitt looking to crack the top 10, and right behind him in 12th position would be Doug Hoffman's number 1 car. So both John Hewitt and Doug Hoffman looking to go into the top 10 for the first time. Got a car slowing in the back straightaway. Looks like front end problem on the 47 of Todd Wilkinson as he slows there up into the west end. So Todd Wilkinson, let's see, maybe it's a flat tire. But he does bring it down off the banking in turn number 4 and down on the pit lane, and yellow flag does come out here. So caution lights on around the speedway. And the car of Todd Wilkinson for tonight's 1999 edition of Mr. Dirt Track USA. But defending champion, he won it here last year. Kenny Tremont looking to defend his Mr. Dirt Track title here tonight as he goes to work out in front once again now. Green flag being displayed. Kenny Tremont leads him through the east end. 10 laps remaining in the 1999 edition of Mr. Dirt Track USA. Down the back straightaway. It's all clear sailing. By virtue of this restart, no lap traffic to be a factor here in the outcome of this one as Bobby Barron and Timmy Dwyer race second and third. Mike Rickey and J.R. Hefner are fourth and fifth. That is your top five. Rob Pitcher in sixth spot. Guy Sheldon, a good run for the Saxon Sign S car tonight. He's in seventh. In eighth is Dave Camara. In ninth is Donnie Corellis. In 10th is Steve Botcher. That's the way they go, working around the slower lap traffic. Lap cars down to the inside. The lead lap cars up to the high side to make the pass around. 91 laps are now in. We are 8 laps away from the finish of Mr. Dirt Track USA. And Kenny Tremont has everything humming his way right now. Tremont comfortably in the lead. Once again starts to extend it out over 35. The number 35 of Bobby Barron. Barron, another great run. He was a winner on the Advanced Auto Parts Dirt Series in 1999 back on July 4th out at Syracuse in the New York State Fairgrounds. He's got a great second place performance behind Kenny Tremont tonight. Timmy Dwyer, who's been second in points for most of 1999 behind Kenny Tremont. He's now third in this event. Just a super run for the Gable Motorsports 1A car. Timmy Dwyer not done yet as he starts to turn the wick up to try to find a way past the 35 of Bobby Barron. Dwyer ready to make his move on the high side. Makes the slingshot maneuver going down that back straightaway. Comes right up to the rear side of the 35 of Bobby Barron. Here's the race for second place between the two red cars. Bobby Barron and Timmy Dwyer. They are second and third. Another red car, the 5 of Mike Rickey. A good run on here tonight. He's in the number 4 position. J.R. Hefner, the yellow car, in 5th. Guy Sheldon, a problem on the Saxon Sign S car. And he had a great top 10 run here going tonight. But it looks like it's all come to an end now. Just 4 laps away from the finish as he limps the S car down the back straightaway slowly. Kenny Tremont, your leader, all alone out in front. It's his to win at this point. The race for second spot between Bobby Barron and Timmy Dwyer. What has Dwyer saved for Bobby Barron on the final few laps here? 96 are in. There are 3 laps left to go for Kenny Tremont. The race has stabilized amongst the top 5. A little bit further back, we got Robbie Pitcher along with David Camara. Donnie Corellis, Steve Botcher, and Jimmy Horton now has gotten up into the top 10 in the final stages as the 2 to go sign has been displayed for Kenny Tremont. 97 are in, less than 2 to go as the Sand Lake Slingshot works his magic down the back straightaway up to the west end. No traffic in sight. Easily through turn number 2, and we've got a problem up in the east end. It's going to bring out the yellow flag here. So cars together, a couple get turned around up against the wall. Report from the radio tells us that Steve Botcher had a hose let go, and that was the reason for the spin out up there with moisture on the racetrack. As we go back to green now with 2 laps left for Kenny Tremont. Bobby Barron in second, Timmy Dwyer in third, Mike Rickey in fourth, J.R. Hefner in fifth. That is your top 5. Sailing down the back straightaway in 6th spot is Dave Camara coming on strong here. Good top 10 run for the Camara Slate team. He's in 6th spot. Back in 7th is Rob Pitcher. Donnie Corellis now making a pass for position. He'll grab the number 8 position. He's trying to get it as Jimmy Horton comes with him at the white flag now. 1 lap left for Kenny Tremont, ready to bring it on home and successfully defend his title of Mr. Dirt Track USA. Look at this race for second spot. Tim Dwyer comes down the inside of Bobby Barron. Barron trying to fight him off. Checker is out. Kenny Tremont is Mr. Dirt Track USA once again. Bobby Barron would finish second. Across the stripe in third is Tim Dwyer. In fourth is Mike Rickey. And J.R. Hefner completes the top 5. Dave Camara in 6th. Donnie Corellis in 7th. Unofficially in 8th. The 17 of Rob Pitcher in 9th. Jimmy Horton. Lebanon Valley Speedway Clubhouse is open for your dining and beverage enjoyment, so to speak, out in the clubhouse. Let the traffic clear. That might be a good way to do that. Talk about tonight's racing action, make your plans for the upcoming weekend or what have you. But right now, it's Victory Lane time, and we'll take you down there with Dan Martin.
Well, thank you, John. We are down here in Victory Lane waiting Kenny Tremont to make his way out of the car. The Emmerich Associates, Warren Fain, Sand and Gravel, Hoffman Carpentry, 115, Motorsports Images, and Boomers Performance, also sponsors on that car. Kenny Tremont is taking the helmet off, unbuckling down here, of course, as you would expect. Plenty of well-wishers down here ready to give Kenny a hand, and certainly he has been here before. Right now, just doing a little bit of housekeeping down there in the cockpit. And I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, look at a smile, a three-time winner here of Mr. Dirt Track USA, Kenny Tremont Jr., as he goes to the roof. So Kenny Tremont is, well, he has been to the roof. He has been to the roof and back. Kenny Tremont Jr., congratulations. I'm going to give you a minute to collect yourself here. There's certainly a whole bunch of well-wishers down here, and already going to hand you the water, and boy, I'll tell you, it's probably well-deserved. You made it kind of look easy after, after you shook Billy off up here. Billy certainly had his tough luck. Looked like that might have been a race everybody would have wanted to see, but the 115 tonight, boy, hitting on all 8, I guess.
It really, it's been a great car for us, and I can't say enough for all the guys on the crew, my dad, Mike Sullivan, and all the guys just rebuilt the engine since Saturday night to get ready for tonight, and ran great. Got to thank Billy Colton, built one heck of a race car, and I can't believe what luck we've had with a knock on wood. It's been great, and all the sponsors, everybody that's involved, what a great team.
Well, one of the first things you think of is if you can win a Super Dirt Series event, which you have won on the road in Super Dirt Series, run good this year. If you can win a Super Dirt Series event, you beat the best. You beat them out on the road before. You come to your own sandbox. You beat them again, but you pocket $17,500. Boy, that's got to feel pretty darn good.
Well, it sure does, and I got to thank Howard for putting the money up, and we were lucky enough to get it tonight. But it's an awful nice purse to have the guys run for, and we were lucky enough tonight to get it. But everybody appreciates it, and they need it. Believe me, this time of summer, everybody's pockets run a little bit dry.
And on the same token, I don't know how much chatter was on the radio during cautions, but pretty much everybody ahead of you in the Super Dirt Series points did not have a stellar evening.
Well, I mean, that's a part of it. It's, there's a lot of the series yet to go, and I mean, you've got to run good at every race, and unfortunately, everybody runs across some bad luck now and then, and those guys will be back next week, and we got to go to Grandview. That's a tough racetrack. It's short, and a lot of things can happen there too, and thankfully, we got out of it tonight real good. I just hope we can keep it on a positive note the rest of